So let's see. I got myself a new phone this week, like last weekend, which is the Motorola Atrix 4G, which took me a week so I can get all my settings set up. So this was my last phone, that LG View Plus, which I won't be using anymore. So that's gonna be a backup in case this phone breaks for me. I don't know why it would break. Well, I don't know. So let's go for the unboxing of the Motorola Atrix 4G and show you what's everything inside. Most of the stuff that I have like a week ago is still inside, so not really much of a difference when you will see in another box. So you got a box right here. There's some box right here. And right here would be the phone. Well, first of all, it will have the not touch while you're driving. I don't know why that's a big issue anyway, so. You just pop out the phone right here. And you get the phone right around here. But the size is like really bigger than this one. And you get your own charger, which is you plug in for USB port. Pretty useful. You get your own quick start manual with Motorola Atrix. You get this plug-in for the, I don't know, for TV, for widescreen, because as it says on the back of the box, you can do a lot of things. That's what it says. But I don't need the accessories, so I don't see what's the point. And you get your own new SIM card to enable the 4G. Important stuff. And start connecting. Which you get the laptop dock and everything. Vehicle dock standard. And HD multimedia dock, wireless, and laptop, and most of it. And safety regulation and legal information. And you get yourself a free application from AT&T. But now, it's not anything back in the box, except the phone. Just squeeze it right in here. Put the phone right here. Put the whole phone in here. Which will be my backup phone. So the Motorola Atrix all charged up and everything. You get the headphone port, the fingerprint scanner right here, the webcam, which is 1.3 megapixel if I recall, and you get 5 megapixels and 720p HD resolution for the video, and 5 megapixel for the camera. So that's pretty decent. And you have a QHD display, which will go for around 900 and 600 pixels. I don't really remember. You get the menu button, home, back, and search. And that's for the charger, and the one that for the ports and everything that I mentioned a couple minutes ago. Then you just put a laptop dock and everything else. And it's powered by Motorola. I don't see why a lot of people hate it. It seems pretty easy for me. So let's go open the phone. It's almost done. And so you get your own battery, which has 930 megawatts. I think I said it right. But since I had an old memory card that came from my old phone, which is 128 megabytes, which is right here. But I'm getting I get 16 gigabytes for whatever application I have, which this phone has 16 gigabytes in store, but usually it comes around for 10 because of the Android and the Motorola installed. And you get the AT&T SIM card, which to get the phone running. So I'm gonna put the phone back the way it was and show you the boot up. But the boot up, and people say it's all locked and everything. But I think someday they'll unlock it somehow. I don't know. So to turn on the phone, you just press this button. Which will take around 1 minute for the phone to entirely boot up. So, I'll show you the software and everything else. And I'm pretty impressed at how much games it can run. It's taking a while to boot up. Goddamn birds. And now, We've Been Possible by AT&T. So now it's preparing internal storage and SD card. 7/34. And it's May 10th. Now let's sit around inside the phone. And it's sometimes gonna lag a little bit when it starts with the boot up, because that's the start up everything. And once again, it's like the computer. Now let me disable this and that. I don't know why it's not responding. So I'm going to increase the brightness a little bit. This is something that you can really see. So, you get around 7 screens for this one. So that's pretty useful. But I used up like 5 screens because I don't see what's the point of having 7 screens. So if you hold on the screen, you can see and you can add something to the home screen. Mobile widgets, Android, shortcuts, folders, wallpapers. So I basically set up like my own design for my homepage and everything like that. Got my own good wallpaper, which I'll probably change it soon. And the weather, which Shows it's 55 degrees in plain view, which I whip around. So let's show out like, and since I have this thing up, what noises? But since I have this thing updated to, let's see, Android version 2.22, like 2. So it's the latest, but I just wish they released our Gingerbread somehow soon. And the build number is 1.813. So that enables the 4G, which some people might know about that yet. But that's kind of good because I don't know why AT&T had to stop with the 4G for a little while since it was released on February. So let's check out the text messaging. To get with the mobile keyboard and everything else like that. Let's try out swipe. Input method. Swipe. Swipe is a new way to type. More on this. The quick start. Blah blah blah. Nope. Gonna close that one up. So if I wanted to say hi, you just put the finger on the H and you just go for HI, which will say hi. But it's pretty useful, but the swipe keyboard is not my type. Here's what I like to do with the basics. So I'm gonna go put this back on a multi-touch keyboard. And let's try out saying, for the most phone reviews I've seen, the brown fonts, you get the oil spell or correcting, so that's kind of useful when you screw up with typing. The brown, the brown fonts jumped over the fence. That's something else I would know. Jumped over the. So that's successful. So let's try with the speaking then. The brown fonts jumped over the fence. Impressive. Map. Oh crap. Map plain view. Map plain view. Probably mispronounced it. But let's try out the internet, which will pop out on Google's website. Share location. Now let's try some few other websites. Let's see. Let's go in Engadget.com. Right here. So that just took like a couple seconds to work around. Just had to answer the text message. So when I think I'm done with the web pages because not really much with the loading web pages because like 4G right now it should be improved. But I have the quadrant benchmarks and speed test. So I'll just show you the speed. So you have the Google Market, the Froyo event. So, I download some applications right here. I have advanced task killer because one issue of this phone light, sometimes it tends to overheat. But it's probably the dual cores that's in it. So now let's go for the quadrant standard. 1 volt benchmark. But before I was getting this phone, I was planning to get the Inspire 4G, but the battery life, not really impressed with it. And I had another decision. I was going to pick the Windows phone, but since it's brand new into the competition, so it's not really that good for me if it's brand new. But I'm sure you'll get the features of it soon. So now that's kind of average for the frame rates. Yes. And your device scores around 200 and 570 or 2,570. That's kind of good. The next is 1. That's what I cut in half. And HTC Magic. Really sucks to be that one. So let's try out the speed test. Froyo, close the server. Let's begin the test. Let's make it better. Let's make it better view around here. 128 ms pin. That's pretty good. Only to reach 4,000. That's maybe I average if reach over, not that kind of limit. And it's hosted by Scream. So that's pretty good. And without the 4G being enabled, you would get around less than 1,000 somehow. And let's kill some tasks to keep the memory high. So I'm going to show you some games that you can play very impressively on. Let's see. Let's try Death Worm. Let's play it. Super Dash. Even with the highest display, you wouldn't have that much problem. And I got the game called Dungeon Defenders. I think it's Dungeon Defenders. I'll check again. But it's impressive. But the dual core yet is not really optimized. Till it reaches around 2.3 or 2.4. And as you can see, I died. And the battery life is impressive also because, like, one time I got like around 20 hours of battery life, even with heavy usage. And I didn't even recharge it once. Fruit Ninja. But for phones that has lower than like 1 gigahertz, it always has a problem with games like that. But like my friend's phone that had very low gigahertz had so much issues. Oh, this is fun. There, I screwed up. And there's Sensei Fruit Fat. There are approximately 10,000 variety of apples grown around the world. Interesting. And so I'll be doing a little more view stuff on the phone. And I'll show you the HD camera. But the camera is pretty impressive. And as I said before, there's a front facing camera and you can record. And I got a tree behind me. Let's exit out that one. Now, the classic game that everyone plays on the Android, Nokia, or iPhone, Angry Birds. Let's go for level 3. Yes. But I got up to level 15 before I had to, battery restore the phone. Turns out the overheating with the touchscreen, but that's minor. But if it continues to become a problem, I'm gonna get the phone replaced somehow. But I understand this is a new phone, sometimes we'll end up having bugs. I think I failed for this level. Yep, did that one. So, my friend Matt, I have to deny that call for a minute. And you can connect with Motorola. You can connect this phone with to a lot of services like Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. But me, I'm not the type of person that would be. Oh my god! And I just added. What the hell did I save for this new one? Let's go for all contact. Usually for me, I just don't. But just to keep the problems reduced, in case my friend calls again, I'm gonna put this on airplane mode, which cuts down every wireless services. Oh, and you got your own battery manager. This phone's been on since 15 minutes ago, and display has taken most of the time. So let's see. Wireless network, airplane mode. This will cut off all the services for a little while because right now I'm making a video. So I'll be showing you the 720p of the camcorder, and then that'll be it for the video. But this phone is impressive, which I recommend you get it somehow. But if the phone continues having a problem, I'm just gonna get it replaced with the same stuff in iPhone. But it shouldn't be having a problem like overheating for myself, like the touchscreen. So let's get up with the camcorder. Let me stand up a little bit. So let's try out the camcorder. So now I'm trying out the camcorder on 27p. Well, this is the higher resolution, but rumors state about the Motorola Atrix can go around 1080p, but I doubt they will do that. And that was the camcorder I was recording on, and the bots, and the table that I got from my basement. But I think I should start making videos out of this camcorder, because it's pretty useful. And I got a bird up here, which I believe you can see him up here. And you can see the bird. Oh, I forgot to mention something. To check the screen that you have on this, it is made of Gorilla Glass. So, makes it more scratch resistant. I hate this fence most of the time. There's a concern. There's some concern about leaving my stuff in the back. It wouldn't be that much of a problem. We got the Malibu right here. Crystal. Pretty have a good sunset. The plane going to the clouds. And there is a few more things I want to mention. Likely, I'll probably go in the back and mention a couple of things that this phone can do that other phones that it can't. Well, this is the first phone that has the longer battery life without the extended battery. So that's good for people that use the phone to do more work. Sunset. Let me lock this back. But to the display of, and I'm sure like in soon, okay, Gingerbread was supposed to be at the end of 2011 or earlier. So this is, I don't know what things are missing, so probably mention around in the comment box. But I think I covered most of the basics. So that's the tree I was mentioning about. Pretty giant. Pretty giant tree. So I wonder how to fare on YouTube at this quality. So let's see. We'll probably check around to see how good it fares around when this video is already uploaded on YouTube. So that's the end of the camcorder update. So I'm finished with the camcorder, the Atrix. So I'm gonna shut this thing down, as this is the last part of the video. So I hope you enjoyed the video about the Motorola Atrix 4G review, which will possibly like around a couple months later. But at least I got all the updates that enabled the 4G. So let's see. I hope I covered most of the basics. And I hope I said about everything about the phone, but only few complaints that I have is the overheat, but if it continues for myself, I'll probably have to get myself a new Atrix, since I don't think I can possibly move on to a Windows phone. Well, a BlackBerry. And since BlackBerry is a dying trend, it's kind of worthless for myself. So, I hope you enjoyed the video.